Alright, hello, and today we are pioneering. We're playing the Fable of the Mirrorbreaker card. We're not playing on Holy Annex. We're only half cheating. But we got this sweet Mardu Exile deck. I've played Ketramose before. It's burned me in the past, but I don't care. I think it's a cool card. Fun to try to make work. And there's a lot of things going on with this deck that I think are decent in the format right now. The Exile effects are good against the Black-White Greasefang deck. Strategic Betrayal is pretty solid against the Greasefang deck as well. We have a bunch of removal for things like mono red. In terms of beating like Lumra, for example, that might be kind of tough. But if we end up playing against the creature decks that like play to the board, we have a lot of exile removal. So that's nice. And yeah, I just wanted to try Chain of the Rocks with Multiversal Passage. This is like a tri-land. It gets to come into play untapped. It increases your mountain count. Because obviously these can just count as a mountain. Our mana is still not great. I'm not going to pretend that it's great. You could rebuild this mana base. I don't really know the best way to build it, but I just had a list put together from a while ago, and I wanted to run it through a league. But yeah, we've got Harvester, Fable, Torch the Tower over Fatal Push because of the Exile. Not entirely sure how the removal suite should look. But the other one I wanted to try was Inevitable Defeat. This card sees a lot of play in like the control decks in Standard. But it can answer all permanents, and it can stabilize you. It can also help you just pressure people. Most of the time, if we're pressuring anyone, it's going to be Harvester into Fable. But if we do have that draw, then the extra damage is pretty nice. And this gets to dodge like Trespasser. It can answer Unholy Annex. Yeah, Exile Monument, things like that. And the life gain's kind of nice against red. You can just like kill a Screaming Nemesis, maybe gain some life. Sideboard, we've got extra discard, extra removal. Trespasser, Flanker, Go Blank, all work with Ketramose. Nahiri, kind of more the same, just like a mid-rangey card. Damping Sphere for Lotus Field, more Graveyard Hate, and Rest in Peace. Rest in Peace doesn't really matter. It doesn't change the way our cards work. It actually upgrades, like Fatal Push, if we board that in. But for the most part, all removal. Exiles either way. And then some High Noons for Phoenix and Exercise can go in a lot of different matchups. I actually thought about main decking this card, but I went with Strategic Betrayal instead. So playing a sweet Mardu mid-range deck. Unfortunately, we're scumbag Fable the Mirrorbreaker players. But seemed like fun, and I wanted to run it through a league. So I will see you all in the games. Alright, we got our mountain. Got some cards. See what we can do. Okay, are we gonna die next turn? How do I even die here? I think they have to have a ley line, right? Like, so red ley line, this thumb spell fling is 20, right? We're not gonna die next turn, which means we can chain. I just play the harvester though, depending. Assume this is goblins, but could be a lot of things. Could be hammer, could be just like ley line red. It's actual goblins. Well, our spot removal is not going to be good if they can go wide enough. Ketramose is also really slow, so being on the draw might punish us here, but hopefully they don't have too crazy of a 3-drop. Okay. Ward 2. I don't even know what that is. To be completely honest. I think I'm just jamming my Ketramose and that's it. Passing. I don't want to block this. It's not. Fable. Oh, Ketramose, you shitty card. I wanted to play you, but you're just, as every other 3-mana card in the entirety of Pioneer, you're just worse than Fable. Can I play it anyway? I mean, the Fable gives me mana to double spell. Yeah. Don't play anything other than Fable and Unholy Annex, or ask for them to ban them, or ask for them to make it so. No, just ask for them to ban them. I was gonna say just I don't ask for anything. Don't ask for anything in life. That's the key. The key to happiness. I don't know. I don't know how to fix Pioneer. It doesn't need fixing, Will. It's perfect. Okay, well. Nobody likes it and nobody has ever liked it. So, yes, you like it, but you are in the minority. I think it could be improved upon, perhaps. It's definitely cool. It's a cool format with a lot of problems. That's how I would describe it. It's got a lot of positive attributes and a lot of negative attributes, as most formats do, right? They're features, not bugs, right? Well, I think they're bugs. I don't know what this morph is, but this morph is just going to do the craziest shit ever. Nope. Just nothing. Thought sees, okay. Don't need you. And I guess I'll Thoughtseize them. So Thoughtseize attack. First. Can't be countered. I can kill the morph. I just don't know what it is. But also just Ketramose chain. And then Thoughtseize. What am I chaining though? This thing? Alright. See if this morph just murders me. I don't remember a goblin. Like, there's one that just deals damage to your face, but I don't remember what it checks. Maybe it's creature count? I want to say it's like deal damage equal to its power. There's one that draws cards. It could be that. It has prowess. It's weird to have a prowess card in this deck. But we're at one card exiled. I mean, if we live through the turn, we're probably going to be okay. And we can do the Kiki Jiki thing, everyone's favorite. Fun and contemplating life. I can't imagine that their line here is. I don't know what the morph is, but I assume it's just like do damage. It's a pretty fair place to be. Is this going to make 1/1s is the question. I don't know. Just nothing. It just never gets turned face up. I really don't know what it is. Oh, this triggers off Fable. That's really funny. Okay. Well. I'm just passing. If I could verse, I would attack, but I guess I could. I was thinking about main phasing to try to draw untap land, but I think we're fine. They're just gonna do something for 5 mana, and they're gonna draw land and flip it. I just don't know why there's a disguise card in their deck. Find out soon. But yeah, I think like I've made videos with Ketramose before. It's just it's the type of thing where like cards like this are just banned. Like they're fully banned from the format because they're just like not. There's just like Fable and Annex just make it so there's not really a comparable thing. You shouldn't do any sort of like mid-rangey stuff in similar space. Okay, so it is the one that draws cards that just didn't have spells or lands. Got it. All right, well, this one's probably done for. Just attack them, honestly. This is 8. We're at 1, 2, 3. Can't imagine there's a card they can draw through the defeat. But I mean, our Ketramose what drew 3 cards. 1, 2, 3. Didn't get to attack, but it's another thing I find really frustrating about Fable and Unholy Annex is like they're just better than all the multicolor cards and they're monocolored. So like I kind of wish that wasn't the case, but there's probably some design reason that I don't appreciate or understand that makes that work the way it does. But from what I understand, it just seems like not good design. I think like the monocolored cards being worse is maybe better, but I don't know. I guess I would have to think about it. I'm just doing that thing where I rant in the video because my opponent's slow, trying to fill it with words. And then I'm saying things that I haven't thought about and regretting what I'm saying. But I don't know. Yeah, I really just don't like these cards. As a mid-range deck, fair deck enjoyer, I just not a fan. I guess it's actually technically better to do this. If I'm gonna attack, they're at 4. Block 2. Double removal spell. I guess I should just verse to draw. What are we at now? 3, 4. Okay, we've defeated the 1/1s. Just 1/1s plus no help. We've defeated it. All right, let's get push, I guess. Mocking the Goblin deck is easy to do, but sometimes they just murder you. Like, the Goblin deck has some really powerful cards in it. It's just, when you don't have those cards, your deck is not as good. I hate you, Fable. I hate looking at you. I hate the way you talk. I hate everything about you. Just take out Thoughtseize, I guess. I mean, planning is, or betrayal is really bad, right? Sure. Yeah, multiversal passage is kind of interesting with Chain of the Rocks. Like, I don't think Chain of the Rocks is a particularly powerful card. But that's kind of the reason the deck's built the way it is. Obviously, we've got Ketramose, Chain of the Rocks. It's good. It's just the problem is like it's sorcery speed removal. It's kind of an old Magic card, right? Where like it's really funny that you look at 1 mana sorcery speed removal and you're like, yeah, that kind of sucks, right? Like I'm getting Screaming Nemesis, you know, getting it beat down by Mutavolts, Sunspine Lynx is shooting me in the face, and then I have to untap and spend my mana to play removal spell. But it's good. I mean, it's a solid card. It gets blown up a lot, which isn't great, but decent. It's an incredible design. I love the design for this card. goblin opponent in the tank. I cannot imagine that their sideboard options are particularly plentiful. Probably like red cap melees. What's the other one called? Rending volleys. Maybe some anti-combo things. And some other goblins. That's my guess. But we're getting the Moto experience of slow opponent. Oh, they submitted before the clock ended, so I'm stoked. I kind of feel the dead internet theory with Moto, where like I don't even know if I'm playing against people anymore. Like I don't know what it is, dude, but sometimes I play Moto and I'm like, there's no way that these are real humans, right? 1 sec. Okay, well, I appreciate this a lot, actually. Because no one ever communicates shit. They just AFK all the time. At least I know something is going on here. Alright, let's go ahead and pause, because my opponent has told me they're leaving, so... Alright, sweet. Opponent is back. We've got removal spells. We're going to draw our Fable of the Mirrorbreaker card, and then it's going to carry us to victory. Okay, that guy's good. So the reason... the wrong one. Part of the reason this deck, like, does anything, and the other reason that they play the 1-mana 1/1s that ping, is you get to spots where you have Proctor, and there's one goblin let you play off the top of your deck. There's another one that whenever a goblin dies, you get to exile a card and you can play it. So you kind of just combo. That's what we're doing here. Could have torched this in response. I actually made a mistake here. It's my bad. They're gonna sack this and get a card. Yeah, fuck. All right, well I messed up. It's fine, hopefully. But yeah, they're gonna sack in response. Sack to itself. It's gonna get dead instead of exiled. But yeah, when I said this deck has good cards, this is a very good example of what a good card looks like. It is a Lord that draws cards. It is a Lord that is a combo enabler. I don't know how many Lords in Magic enable comboing, but yeah, this one does. It's very good. All right, so they don't have the second Proctor. I think I'm just gonna play a Harvester. Wrangle. All right, beatdowns. That's fine by me. It's funny, we can just answer hazard. I still think I'm not particularly concerned with Strangle. So I have everything checked. Strangle's going to answer a threat I have, but most of my threats I think are going to be decent against it. So there's a land. And what are my 4-mana cards? Just the removal spell? Question is... I think I'm just supposed to say go. And then discard the land. If they draw land, I just trade... I trade Harvester. And then I take 2. Or actually, I guess I just block the 1/1. It's fine if they draw land. And then if they just strangle, we'll discard this and then have double removal spell up. Maybe the punish is like they draw like a Goblin Rabble Master or something and they get to double spell and get the board. That would suck. Okay, that's not that. Well, we're in a spot where most draws are fine. We need something that gets me ahead. Which we probably have more cards in our deck that get us ahead than they do in theirs. The defeat should make it so I'm probably not that worried about getting clocked by these little idiots. And then I guess I can just spew the verse off if they miss the land. A lot of the spells they draw, they're just gonna cast. Because they're either lords or there's the goblin that like gives all your goblins power and haste. But normally I assume my opponent is double queuing, but the fact that this person said 1 sec means they're probably just busy with life stuff, which I no problem. Alright. Bargains. But also just verse. I'm just gonna keep the blood token. Okay, well land here is actually decent for them. Get a hit off. Yeah, okay. So they kind of get 5 free damage here, which is not good, but stable. Well, I want to cast that, but I have to answer the den, so. Yeah, getting down to 4 from this spot is unfortunate, because it just means whenever they have good top decks, kind of problematic. I guess the defeat checks that, but I don't think I'm going to bargain. I don't want to discard anything either, but okay, don't kill me. Please don't kill me. I have the Fable card. You don't kill the person with the Fable card, you lose the game. I would like to be the one not losing the game. Okay. I think I can discard this. If it was an untapped land, maybe I would keep it. But I don't need the land, assuming the goblin lives. Maybe, like, they red cat melee me and I die. But I'm shocking to get this anyway, so. And we get a redraw, right? So we can just draw the land. Maybe they're thinking about killing the harvester because they want this for the damage. Or they're just AFK. So if they kill the goblin, then we'll harvester pop play blocker. Now, I guess I just want to get rid of this thing. Maybe I don't need to. So if they block, I take 3 to the face. I just trade the goblin, but then I lose the card advantage source. And this says when it deals damage. Land is good for us. All right, well, we get to go to 7. We have another one of these. I think we're in the clear from this spot. We can even start attacking. And we get the extra burn too, so they're just going to die in 2 turns. I don't know how to respond to that. It's like trying to be friendly, but I didn't want to come across like I was like bragging. More of like, I get it, it's annoying. But also like I've only been playing 3 lands, you kind of know. But alright, whatever. GG's. Alright, we're up against Hiro Sukai. Always grinding the Pioneer Leagues. I respect it. So this person, I think, plays Spirits and Creativity. So Creativity may be a bad matchup. Spirits, probably a good matchup. Or at least decent. Maybe your deck has no good matchups, but in theory, it would be good. If it's Creativity, I think we're dead. I don't know how I stop them from doing the thing. I guess draw Thoughtseize. We've got some Duresses post board. I also wonder, I play against this person like a decent amount. Oh no, what is this? I wonder if they're just like, what the fuck is wrong with this guy? Because I play a different deck like every single time I join a league. I don't know. I've just built so many decks that like there's not much reason for me to keep playing the same deck. They don't really play for grinding or tournament prep or anything like that. I wonder if they're just like, what the fuck is going on? Alright. Oh, my hand's good. We drew the Fable card. We're very talented. Incredibly intelligent of us. There's a spot where they might take the Ketramose. Okay. I don't know what they're playing. If they're playing like black-white planeswalkers, it might be bad for us. First, we'll probably get to find a target. If they play a monument here, that could be annoying. Okay. Alright, here we go. Well, we've got to beat a 4-3. Which should be doable. Most of the other things checked. Monument is just the scary card. Guess I'm doing this right. Could have versed it. Alright, so I draw, no? Oh, I don't draw. During your turn, oh shit, I blew it. I'm an idiot. My bad. Well, now this thing, now I just can't. I did it in the end step too, so I just get double farmed. That sucks. Okay. Well, shit. I'm just gonna lose to bad beatdowns because I fucked up. So I have to take 7. Very funny. Imagine if I just had Unholy Annex and made a demon. Thoughtseize again. Okay. I'll let this happen. Don't have 2 Thoughtseizes, please. But yeah, I should just have... I think I should have more life and a card. I can do this in the end step. They want to save their guy. That's probably better. It's like I could draw a sorcery spell, but also... Yeah, that's the punish, but I just gained 3 life, so it's like... If I miss, I get +3. This way I get -1. But... Because I'm taking the 3 instead of the 4, but I think my play is still better. Okay. Chain to Rock. I guess this guy... I'm chumping this? Ideal, but sure. Another card. I'm double blocking it. Did I deal myself a point somewhere? Yep. Oh, baby. That's a good one. I just win. So we're at 5. No, okay. So if they discard, we get to 6. Either way, I'm so lucky. Or no, yeah, I have the lifelink. Okay. Well, that was insane. Why am I taking all this damage? I lose life. Okay. I don't want to talk about it. Please don't try to talk about it with me, because I don't want to talk about it. 1 card left. So in my end step, we're going to draw again. I don't know how my card works at all. Actually, I could have not done this. I get to draw that. Oh, shit. They just rip Greasefang? It's true for 2 turns. I don't know if they needed to concede, because they could just kill me next turn. Alright, well, I don't know what my cards do. I got very lucky. Love to see it. Okay, so does this kill Monument? Only if it's tapped. Is this good, though? Flanker's fine. It's like bad-ish. I don't know. Exercise kills Monument. Power 4, so it kills Greasefang if they just have a draw like that. Flanker's just a body, and it also catches the thingy. It's just not good against anything, right? It's only good against Greasefang. I don't really like having 2 rips against them. Sometimes I just take out the Greasefang stuff anyway. I want to try Exercise. I think. Also, this Exiles, like, if they shelter the 3-1, we can exercise it. I want Hiri. Torch isn't great. Chain is good. Seam Rip is good versus good. Betrayal is good. A lot of good cards here. I Push does nothing. Trespasser or Flanker? Maybe Flanker's just better. Trespasser's better pressure, though. Okay, so what the hell do I take out? Torches? What would Torch be good against? It's like it catches a Grease Fang at instant speed. I think I have enough instant speed removal, though. I have Graveyard Hate, Rest in Peace, Flanker, Thoughtseize Verse. I have 2 Torches. Kind of difficult for me to have Bargain anyway. I just have to draw Blood Tithe Harvester, basically, or Fable has to already be going. I think in most spots when I care about the Grease Fang, it's just on curve. Like, if it's not on curve, I think I just have other cards that can address some of the things they're going to do. Why is Urborg in my deck? Actually, don't know. Enjoy your Parhelions. Good luck. I'm always lucky. Okay, well, we got Betrayal, so... Do I want to do it now? Did Harvester, and if their draw step is Guardian into Greasefang, we lose. I can Betrayal, and then their hand is just double Parhelion. They have to top deck another discard outlet. Harvester's really clean if they brick on Greasefang. But I think it will remain a good card. Let's just Betrayal this guy off. And they can't discard Parhelion because it's going to exile the graveyard. This could be a Trespasser. Could be another Rest in Peace. Could just be, I don't know, Nahiri or whatever. Like, probably rather have like a util card here, but maybe we're just playing this for the scry. We just get to leave everything up. And the next turn we can Harvester, plus leave up Verse because of the Urborg. Thoughtseize. I want a threat, so we will do this. Like Ketramose or Fable of the Mirror Breaker. Alright. So, I think they drew Thoughtseize, right? So their hand is just garbage. And then we get to play Ketramose and then untap with Removal Spell, and I think the game is. Oh, we got pretty lucky this match, but like this deck is so good at just shitting its pants and losing. I think it's just, yeah. Talked about it a million times. I think we got him. Sneaky. Okay. Yeah, we were just gonna untap, chain, draw, etc., etc. Alright, GG's. Alright, we're going second. We have a 1-lander. Yeah, I have 25 lands in my deck, but I think we can. It's always terrifying. I love playing the Gleeful Demolition Lottery. One of the most fun parts of Pioneer. Oh, am I dead on turn 2 because I have Gleeful Demolition or not? Let's find out. I love losing the game after I play one land. It's my favorite. Fuck. Okay. Well, they can't convoke the thing out, I guess. They have it, but I at least can't get 5 dropped. So we'll take it, I guess. Still get 5 drops next turn and then just be dead. Let's hope for the best. But yeah, I mean, this card could get fucking yeeted into the stratosphere. And I know everyone's going, Convoke's not even tier 1. Shut up. Shut your dumb ass up. Whatever happened to games being fun, man? Can't the games just be fun? Why do I have to do this where, like, I can't win because they drew this card? It's just fucking miserable. Yeah, play your 5 drop. And I'll play a 3 drop that does nothing and I'll be dead. It's fine. You drew the card you have 4 of that makes it so your deck is broken. When you don't have it, your deck's mid as fuck. Playing Pioneer. The name of the game. Yada, yada, yada. I play 3 mana, do nothing. Your turn. Ornithopter 2. Another 5. Like, if they just don't have 1 mana, 3 bodies, like, ugh. Okay. Was fun. Was fun. Thank you for playing. Thanks to play. One thing I will say about black-white decks is you can play Pest Control, which was a card that was made, I think, because they fucked up when they made Gleeful Demolition. And they were like, well, how do we make standard playable? And that was one of the things they printed. And, you know, honestly, they just power corrupt Convoke, which is sort of the same for Pioneer, right? Where, like, instead of killing your opponent on turn 3 or turn 4 with Convoke, you could just kill your opponent on turn 3 and turn 4 with Mice. Yeah. Okay. So, do I want exercise for big mans? I don't really have any cards for this matchup. I need sweepers, I think, to win. I can put a duress. I don't think that's a great plan. I think I'm not going to sideboard and we're just going to draw. I'm going to push. Trail really sucks, right? And the Ketramose stuff. We're just going to draw Thoughtseize. And then that's it. That's all we need. Huzzah. I've done it. Not the correct land to play, but it's the lazy land to play. So they're going to shelter my Harvester, and I think I'm just going to be okay with it. Play another one. I mean, maybe this is the reason this deck is so good now. I actually haven't had it cast against me very often. I've played with it a bit in Standard, and it's a really strong card, but... Gleeful, okay. I think I just have to take, like, this card... this fucking card. So strong. Alright, so no Zenith. Blow it up. I'm always trading Harvester. Guess that's fine. I have Verse too. You have to save it though. We're just gonna trade 1 Harvester for an Inspector. I think we're just gonna be okay with that. And then next turn they can double block, but we get pressure this way. Trading the board's not even that bad when they have this thing that grows their board. They're probably making 1/1s though. Maybe I just keep playing Harvesters, right? Because if they're gonna get the trigger, then the Harvester can just clean it up. It's not like having the instant speed interaction makes a difference. This is another... I've talked about the problems with Ketramose a million times, but this is a good example of another problem with Ketramose where you get in these mid-range games, and instead of it being like an insane top deck, it doesn't do anything because you have to interact in the early game and not die. And then... you just have to hope to top deck removal. Whereas like Unholy Annex and Fable, it doesn't really matter what you draw. Like, they're just good at doing their thing. So... I want to race 3 for 6. What do I have more of? White. Oh. I think I have to race. They also have these clues, so. And I have inevitable defeat or whatever it's called. This is a much more reasonable game of Magic that we're playing. It feels like we're playing the card game instead of whatever the fuck last game was. I mean, this deck, it's just such a Pioneer deck, dude. And it's so funny because Pioneer decks are actually just standard decks. Like, even pre-3 I think this was a 2-year standard thing, but they were just like, what if combo decks? Sure. After a blood. Okay. Well, I can't race anymore. Uh-oh. Oh, if we get no help, we are dead. Ward's a huge issue. Okay, so I just have to race it still. Could have gone to trade. I think we're just gonna put ourselves in a spot where like they activate this and pass, and then we just hope to top deck. They probably can't attack. Like, they have a bunch of good draws, and they have a clue token, but Strew Convoca immediately? No. Okay. Probably should have. I guess I get this perspective. Lethal for 1/1s, make a 3/4 pass, I assume is what's happening. Oh, they did draw a Convoke guy. My life sucks. Why does my life suck? Alright. Inevitable defeat. It drew Gleeful Convoke guy. I drew land. Okay. Well, that was unfortunate. Yeah. Fair enough. GG's. Alright, what were they playing? They were playing Greasefang earlier. I believe in myself. I'm on the draw. I guess Torch isn't good, though. Always lucky. Do I want to just Torch? Forces a discard, which is fine because I have Betrayal. I guess I take 2, so maybe it's not worth to take the 2 to do this, but... Okay, do I want a Betrayal? I think I'm supposed to just pass. If I betray, like, if they have Greasefang Parhelion, I guess that's the reason to play the Betrayal. I think I'll have enough cards either way. I also don't want them to have Monument. Well, shit. Okay, lands. Please, lands. Yeah, I mean, I usually just play Unholy Annex. Like, it's so unfortunate. Yep. You have land shelter. I guess they could discard. Yeah, it's gonna be annoying. Discard land shelter. Question is, now what do I do? I don't want to get Parhelioned. I come back from this. And they just had the nuts, right? Unfortunate. Like no counterplay. Cool format. Like shit. Uh-huh. I draw. I can't get it back in the yard technically. I'm just dead at this though, right? Yeah, I'm just dead at the monument. Okay. Blood. Yeah, I mean, what are you gonna do, right? Sometimes you play games of Magic and you get dead. You die of death. Do I want to exercise? I can't remember if I put these in last time or not. Something like this. So we actually beat this person earlier. It might get the best of us this time, though. Every time I talk about this deck, it's just a coin flip deck. If you draw Grease Fang and Parhelion with 0 card draw in your deck, like you win. And if you don't, then you gotta hope that the monument stuff can just boggles them out. You just like cheese them by making it so they can't interact. Just a combo deck and a boggles deck. Just the worst way to play Magic. What the hell? Torch sucks. Just Torch out. And then you take out a Ketramose, maybe. That's fine. Oh, duresses are not in. Okay, it was this, I think. Fine. I think you could have exercise. We still have defeat for monument. It's kind of slow, but the monument doesn't really do anything if you answer their drops. So. All right, we'll have to keep this, and we have to hope to draw lands. I think I'm scrapping the flanker. We at least get to check a 2-drop. Which is nice. Okay. Of removal spells, I guess I just get rid of the Thoughtseize, right? Is verse better? I mean, verse is just instance. And do I want to play the land? I don't actually know the answer. If I draw defeat, I guess I want to play the land. If I draw Harvester, I'll be pretty happy anyways to have Kiki Jiki. So annoying. Okay, that's a good draw. So we get to block, they discard, and then we defeat. They might not attack. Like it's no information, but True Parhelion. Well, fuck my life. Don't think I need to play that one. We're definitely drawing Ketramose, by the way. Imagine if I drew Unholy Annex in this spot. I could even block the Parhelion with it. Hell yeah. That's what I needed. That's just kind of funny because like it makes it so this can first strike. It doesn't matter. Could play the Thoughtseize. I don't really want to take -2 here. I have no idea what this is. Oh, it's Takenoma. Okay, they get a 3-1. Sure. May I please have a spell? No. No, sir. Okay. GG's.